one of the pieces that is very popular through history is When the Saints Go Marching In, and it became kind of the unofficial anthem of New Orleans, and is still heard in the streets and music halls of all of those churches today. So I think to kind of start this off, we'll give you guys a little taste of that, okay? So jazz evolved over the years, and the masters of this language like Duke Ellington and Ella Fitzgerald became icons of this music. During World War II, jazz spread through the world as American soldiers brought this unique American music to foreign lands. And eventually, even through times like the Cold War, the Department of the State actually used these jazz icons as weapons, so to say. We would bring our culture to these other countries in hopes of unifying the people to help with all the worries in the world. Jazz is still, today, a language of its own. Every note, phrase, and word is important. Ornette Coleman would certainly have agreed with this thought as he coined the term free jazz. So many people would ask, what is free jazz? So free jazz, as opposed to any other music, is the only music in the world that has no preconceived concepts. Period. There's no music, there's no thought or idea, just only one question and answer. Is yes, and what's next? So, for a little excerpt now, we'll give you guys a little demonstration of that. And this is composed completely on the spot with no preconceived notion of anything. So although people tend to pass judgment on one another, and spoken language is often one of the things in the world that divide us, we can learn from jazz that there's no judgment and there's no right or wrong in jazz. There's better choices, just like regular life, but there is never no right or wrong. Most of my education hasn't come from a classroom full of students, many wishing that they were somewhere else, but it's come from a bandstand. The split-second decisions that can alter a composition, a recording session, or a performance is exactly like life. Everything that you do can alter anything in the world, whether how big or how small. I consider myself incredibly lucky to have grown up in a world of jazz, where amazing musicians have carried on this hallowed tradition that speaks to the soul. And I'm fortunate to have these great musicians here with me today. On piano, we have Mr. Anthony Aldissi. On drums, we have Mr. Stephen Stewart. And on tenor sax and clarinet, we have Mr. Dylan McHann. So to finish this up today, we're actually going to play an original tune to kind of show how jazz has progressed through these years. So I actually wrote this tune in preparation for TED, as we're working on an album right now. And one of the biggest pet peeves of mine is pedestrians that run through crosswalks. The car is clearly coming, and they decide that they want to run in front of the car, and then bad things can very much happen from that. So this is a piece by myself. This is entitled Walk While Crossing. So it's been a pleasure playing for you guys today, and we hope you enjoy it.